right. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a great day. My name is Anthony Stewart. I'm here in Lanham, Maryland at the National Training Center, ready for my Live at 5. Y'all know how we roll on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. And I got a very interesting topic for you today. Very interesting thing. I hear so many people say they want to be leaders, right? And I always ask, do you really want to be a leader? Do you really know what it takes? We got a lot of good stuff going on. We have a big meeting coming up September the 23rd here in Maryland, the Women's Wellness and Wealth event. For you ladies that are in the DMV, get on the American Classic Agency website, aclassic.com, register for this event, September the 24th, Women's Wellness and Wealth event. There's going to be a wealth of information there about financial stuff, health, all kinds of stuff. You definitely want to be in a place on that day. I believe this is the 12th or 13th year that the women of ACA have been putting on this event, and this will be the first time in person since COVID. So I'm excited about that. Hey Pam, so get with that. That's on September the 24th, the Women's Wellness and Wealth event. So make sure you're there. You also know that September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. So the whole month of September, every Tuesday, we're going to be talking about some financial stuff that's going to help move Middle America forward. But tonight at 7 o'clock, Rochelle Dickerson is going to be presenting the American Classic Agency Opportunity. So you may want to tune into that and just get ready. So a lot of good stuff going on here at ACA. But let me get to my topic today. The 10 tough things you have to do to become a great leader. There are 10 tough things you have to do to become a great leader. I was sitting around watching TV or something last week, and I just started thinking about leadership. I read a lot of stuff on leadership, and I say, you know what? There are 10 tough things you got to do to be a great leader, right? And it's all about being a great leader. You know, not just average and ordinary, but being a great leader. And I always believe this: leadership is always about serving. If serving is beneath you, then leadership is not for you. Let me repeat that. If serving is beneath you, then leadership is not for you. So anyway, let me give you the 10 tough things you have to do to become a great leader. Number one, you have to lead when no one is following you yet. So in other words, you already got to assume the position. You can't worry about who's going to follow you if you're really going to lead. If you're leading right, people want to follow you. Right? People want to follow a real leader, right? It's not all about title. So point number one, you have to lead when no one is following you yet. You already got to be in position. You already got to set the posture if you're going to be a great leader, right? This is a big one right here. Number two, you have to make the call that you're afraid to make. And that can be very challenging in a leadership role. You have to make the call that you're afraid to make. That's what leadership is all about. And I will put a sub-market onto that, a sub-point to that is this. You got to stand behind the call that you make. Whether it's right or wrong, you made the call and you got to stand behind it. That's what great leaders do. They don't run from it, right? Point number three, if you want to become tough things you got to do, you got to get up earlier than what you want, right? You got to be up early. Why do you have to be up earlier than what you really want? Number one, you got to go through, at least let me speak for me, I got to go through a mental cleansing before I'm ready to deal with everybody. So that's why I get up every morning and do my walking at 6 o'clock in the morning. My best ideas come early in the morning when I'm doing my walk. Hey Tabitha, hey Homer, hey Maria, Janice. So those when my ideas are flowing early in the morning. So as a leader, you got to get up earlier than what you want to. Point number four, you have to try and fail and try again. There's no quitting once you're in a leadership role. You can never walk out on your troops. Your influence is going to determine the trajectory of someone's life. So you can't walk out on them. You can't give up. It's hard enough they're trying to give up on themselves, but you as a leader, you definitely can't give up on them. So make sure as a leader you don't do that. So let me repeat, you have to lead when no one is following you yet. You have to make the call you're afraid to make. You have to get up earlier than you want to. You have to try and fail again. And number five, this is a big one. This one might hurt you. You have to give more than you get in return right away. So leadership is about giving of your time, your talent. It's all about giving first. not receiving. It's about giving first. You have to give more than you get in return right away. And you should expect not to get as much in return. That's what leadership is about. That's why you're put in that position to lead, right? So when you think about it, leaders, the good leaders, they make the most money long term, so you got to think about that. This is the big one too. I had this conversation a little earlier today. Number 6, you have to care more about others than you care about yourself. Now I know that's a tough one. You got to care more about others than what you care about yourself. In other words, you got to put others before you put yourself. That's the way leadership is. You say you want to be a leader. I'm just giving you the tough 10 things you have to do to become a great leader. All right? I hear it all the time. I want to be a leader. All right? I'm giving you some tough things that you have to do. So number 7, you have to invest in yourself even though no one else is. You are your biggest investment. Right? You got to be able to count on you. If nobody else counts on you, you got to be able to count on you. You have to invest in yourself even though no one else is. You got to believe in you. Right? You're your biggest asset, you. So you got to invest in you. Don't worry about if someone else is or not. As long as you invest in you. Now, if you don't invest in you, you can't expect no one else to invest in you. So you got to invest in yourself. Now, I done told you these are some tough ones. I think this one might be the toughest one so far. Check this out, y'all. You have to be kind to people who have been cruel to you. Lord have mercy. Let me say that again. You have to be kind to people who have been cruel to you. As a leader, sometimes you got to smile at people when you know they've done you wrong. You know the knife is still in your back. But as a leader, you got to smile and keep on going. I know that's a tough one right there. I know I ain't getting no amens on that one. I'm not even expecting to get no amens on that one. You have to be kind to people who have been cruel to you. Right? And number 9, you have to be accountable for your actions even when things go wrong. If you made a wrong decision, you got to stand there and say it was my decision. See, when your team is doing well, you know what I mean, that's what they did. You know what I mean? When things are not going well, it's what I did. You see how that shifts? Your team should get all the credit, not you. When things are going well, your team gets all the credit. You sit back and elevate the others. When things go wrong, you step forward as the leader. In other words, you got to take on responsibility. When the team is not doing well, you, the leader, have to be responsible. Right? So it's not a time to run and hide when things are not going well. You got to still be out in the forefront leading your team. Whether it's 2 people or 200 people or 2,000 people, you still got to lead. Right? So you said when you want to be a great leader, I'm giving you some tough things you got to do and some tough things to act on if you want to be a great leader. Right? And the final one, number 10, you have to deliver results even when making an excuse is an option. You have to deliver results even if making an excuse is an option. No excuses. We got to deliver results. See, managers focus on processes and all that kind of stuff. Leaders inspire other people to do things better than what they thought they even could do or even do at all. That's what leaders do, not manage processes and all that stuff. Leaders get results. Leaders inspire people. So I always evaluate myself every day. And what am I doing? Am I inspiring somebody? Am I keeping somebody excited about ACA and what we can do in the financial service world? You know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff I look at. Am I doing the job right as a leader? Right? And I have to say so right now, we're moving up. ACA, like I said, we're up in every single category. So I just can't wait to see us celebrate. We hit this $1 billion of face amount insurance protection back into middle American communities. So let me summarize this, y'all. For those y'all that may have jumped on a little late, 10 tough things you have to do to be a great leader. I'm going to go through these real quick. You have to lead when no one is following you yet. You have to make the call that you're afraid to make. You have to get up earlier than what you want. You have to try and fail again. You have to give more than you get right away. You have to care more about others than you care about yourself. You have to invest in yourself even though no one else is. You have to be kind to people who have been cruel to you, and you have to be accountable for your actions even when things go wrong. And the last one is you have to deliver results even when making excuses is an option. So that's what leadership is all about if you want to be a great leader. So I challenge every single one of you, if you're in a leadership position, evaluate yourself. Am I doing these things? And that's what it's going to take. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. Next Tuesday is the 30th. And we're going to be talking about some financial information next week. We're going to be talking about the best safe money account. That's one topic. We're going to go the next 4 or 5 weeks because it is Life Insurance Awareness Month coming up in September. So the next couple of weeks will all be about financial stuff, financial tools that we can use to help us protect more families, get people out of debt, and leave a legacy. That's what it's all about. Thank you all for your time. Hey, H, Homer. I see y'all next Tuesday at 5 o'clock, same time, same place. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.